Welcome back to Extra Holiday Games. I'm Extra Holiday, and if you saw our last run, it didn't go so well. So we're gonna try again. I only really made one minor change. I feel like it should be enough, though. I got rid of Holu for Nightly Milk. I believe I put Nightly Milk in there. Yeah. Well, okay. Holu is still in the rotation. We're just not gonna take it this time. And give me Diva Song, I guess. We're gonna wait for our next level before we go and grab that box up there. Yep. Okay. Okay, hey, there's our Super Collab item. I'm okay taking that. I'm okay leaving our marks behind because it's absolutely worth it to get that extra level ASAP. Okay. Oh, why is it all the way over there? What in the heck? Alright. We're fine. We're getting lots of levels of Diva Song, which is nice. Seems like the natural haste on Diva Song, or just the regular old cooldown, is pretty low already. Because we don't have any haste items yet. And it's going out there pretty frequently. Level Gorilla's Paw. Actually, just trying to remember. Yeah, I'd say energy drink is probably still our capstone in this build. Even with the swap we made, I would say milk is probably going to get us more than energy drink will. So. Fan beam, yes, we need that for the super. Alright, we're just gonna keep aimed this way, even when we have enemies behind us. Okay, well, no way to do that without setting them off, really. I don't want any of these. Don't want that either. Lose that. Candy Kingdom, though, is nice. We do need our shackles. Not necessarily. It's not of dire importance right now, but we currently have 2% crit, so. Solo stamp. That's actually a really good stamp to get at the start. But not so much later. Hey, speaking of stamps, we have our tiara now. Hang out here. Yeah, I can't say that this is necessarily my favorite playstyle for a character, but it is at least different, you know? Song. We're gonna go song here. Okay. They're both dead, which is good. I can take face mask now, right? Right? Probably. I mean, taking it without shackles is a little risky, but you know. Okay, sure. I'll take it. Doesn't really get us much for right now, but it's fine. Okay. Okay. Fan beam, I guess. Yeah, I wanted the burger. I mean, technically the fact that we get dodge chance in these areas means that we do have defensive scaling. Because in this game, dodge chance is pretty much just % damage reduction. So, because it applies to any and all damage you would take that is not self-inflicted. So, pretty much everything but injection type and all these shopping bags. Simp of all time, I believe is the name of that ability. Or SOAT. Just an interesting acronym. You might ask, and this is I say this because this is a thought I had myself, why didn't you maybe just like switch for potion as your support item instead of the dodge? Firstly, in terms of, trying to fix the build from last time, firstly, I just don't think the potion would have been enough. It would have helped, sure, but I don't think it would have been sufficient to make up for the fact that we had so many more enemies on screen. And secondly, the dash does help us get from spot to spot without having to spend too much time not getting our buffs that we get from these spots. So I would say probably better that we get the dash instead. Yeah, see there, I spent like a fraction of a second outside of our geoguesser spots. I don't, what do they call them? Markers. Okay, they're markers. So yeah. Whoop. And anytime they spawn where we aren't, we can just kind of dash into them. Sure, I'll take Pacifist here, and we'll finish off Shackles, which feels good. We have all of our crit back, we have all of our damage back, we have all of our durability back, which is nice. Okay. It is interesting, and probably intentional, that the items that aren't necessarily referenced to a specific character don't tend to have a ton of synergy with specific characters, because the thought I just had is Face Mask is probably better on AZK than most characters, because A, she wants haste, and B, she has that 30% damage reduction when she's near the markers. However, it still doesn't feel like it's specifically meant to be synergistic to her. Which makes sense, because, the face mask is, I'm pretty sure, a reference to something everyone, not even just VTubers, went through. So... but did have something to do with Hololive and the popularity of VTubers. Because, honestly, I don't think we would have spent nearly as much time watching VTubers if we weren't forced to stay in our homes. Well, not actually forced, but, forced in a way. In a kind of like, in a social duty sort of way. I should have waited on that. Oh well. The glow stick was supposed to go with the water, I believe. So that we're going to be looking for that next. After plug type Asakoko, because we still want that for our holy fire. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. It is interesting. It is interesting how something as bad as COVID-19 did result in some arguably good things, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone watching this enjoys VTubers, and VTubers I feel definitely wouldn't be nearly as big. I mean, just streaming in general wouldn't be nearly as big if not for COVID, which is a weird, bittersweet thing to say, I think. So, yeah, I mean, it's odd to think about, but I suppose it's a silver lining to the dark cloud that is COVID. Yep, that. Kind of trying to get a feel for where these markers are gonna spawn. Because I think I mentioned this last time I played Crony. With her time bubbles, they actually do try to lead where you're going when they spawn. So if you're standing completely still, they'll actually spawn right on top of you. Which makes me wonder what'll happen if I actually do that here. Let me get that. If I just stand still. Okay, one of them spawned on top of me. Also, I'm taking a lot of damage, probably because I was standing there while I was getting hit by projectiles. That probably has to do with it. Ugh. Okay. Glue stick. I don't want to take that and make the same mistake I did before. Because really, when I got the glow stick, I shouldn't have been taking that box. I just didn't... It didn't register to me that my stuff was maxed out. Yeah. Definitely want the size up stamp. Because that is a part of our on-hit build here. Speaking of projectiles. Oh, wait, no, I actually don't want that collab. So we're not gonna... Did that actually... No, I don't want spider cooking. No, I don't want sausage. No, I don't want spider cooking. Yeah, that one. It looks like that actually pulled in the stationary ones as well. Which is interesting. So it really does pull in everyone. Ozky's special. Ooh, collector stamp. That is great for us. We definitely want that. Yeah. Prioritize that over everything else. As far as weapons go, we're prioritizing the Asakoko. But if I see enchanted water, I'll grab it. I'm not going to be so stingy as to ignore the water. Dash over here. Okay, well. Great. I guess I don't really need to be dodging about as much. I could probably chill a little bit. Good. Good. Also, I feel like Ozky's special illustrates pretty well how enemies in this game spawn in waves. As you can see whenever I activate the special that first it sucks in everyone that's already spawned in, and then there seems to be another wave that comes in. But we are nowhere near our markers, but it's fine. Hey, we can use this now. Oh. There we go. Yay, got that. Hey, and we got the water. Despite, you know, that kind of being the wrong choice for me to take that right then, but it's fine. Yeah, when you use your special, it's like Okay, first, all the people who are already on screen, and then the people who spawn in all get sucked in all at once. Oh, I was actually trying to dash into the wall there. One of the few times I want to do that. Specifically because... Thank you for the water. I wanted to stay within our marker range. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty, guys. Oop. Because I believe this is giving us attack, speed, and haste. Is that right? Haste, speed. Oh, yeah. Haste, speed, and dodge chance. That's right. Yeah. So it definitely benefits to us to be in these as much as possible from both a damage and a durability perspective. Still going with the water. Oh, okay. Thanks for spawning where I wasn't. I appreciate that. It's quite beneficial to me, I feel, when the markers spawn close enough that their areas overlap. Because that means we can roam more and still get all the benefits of the markers. I don't think their benefits would stack, but I guess we can check that. Yeah. Because, like, we can check, like, how much haste we're getting, for example. Because currently we're in an overlapping area. We have 161. Not in an overlapping area. We still have 161. Yeah, so it doesn't stack. You don't have to stay in the overlapped area to get maximum benefit. Which is good to know. Size, please. Okay, okay. Yeah, I considered taking Kusogaki shackles out of this build, but I think if you're doing that, you have to replace some of your haste items with skill damage items, because otherwise it's just there's too many negatives, and then you probably have to go a different super collab too. Losing that crit chance was not fantastic. Yeah, losing crit chance when you already don't have a lot is not great, unless you have less than 20%, in which case it's fine. In fact, arguably, well, no, not a good thing still, but better than if you had more than 20%. If you basically, the worst time sorry, the worst time to grab Gorilla's Paw, no, we'll leave that there for a second, and apparently there was an anvil there too. The worst time to grab Gorilla's Paw is if you have exactly 20% crit. And then the next worst is if you have 21%, and then 22%, so on and so forth. Basically, the closer you are to 20%, while being above 20%, the worse Gorilla's Paw is for you. I don't need both of these stamps, I don't think. No, I do, because I don't think we're sticking... Well, actually, we might stick with Pacifist Stamp, I'm not sure. Bomb Stamp might be better, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to say our final build would be Size, Haste, and Bomb. Yep. Okay. Oh, and I still didn't change the build to include Eldritch Horror, like I said I might last time. Might have wanted to. I didn't change anything about the weapons in the build between now and last time, so unfortunately Eldritch Horror is probably not in the cards for us. So it probably just won't have healing, aside from the same healing everyone else has. Spider cooking. Get me that spider cooking. Oh god, now they're all over here. I guess it would be pictures of that spider cooking, right? That's the quote. Give me pictures of that Spider-Man. For Mr. J. Jonah Jameson. I do appreciate how they kind of modernized him in the MCU to where he's like either a news broadcaster or he has like a podcast, something like that. Versus being, because I mean, I know exactly one person who reads the newspaper in print, and that would be my very old grandfather. So, yeah, makes sense that if he was really concerned with being up to date with everything, he wouldn't just be in print. I mean, a lot of the in-print newspapers, in fact, probably all of them, also do their writing online as well. Is that slow stamp? Not really what we want. Okay. So it's not like the New York Times totally went out of business when people stopped reading physical papers, but the Daily Bugle definitely would have changed between, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and the Tom Holland ones. So it makes sense that they were like, yeah, this is more of a video thing now. Plus, that means you get to see more of J. Jonah Jameson, especially since the Tom Holland Spider-Man, as far as I know, does not work at the Daily Bugle like previous Spider-Mans have. Because Tom Holland Spider-Man is, I believe, a high schooler, whereas the other ones were college students. Meaning, talking about specifically movie Spider-Man. So, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Wait, I didn't want to take that, did I? No, wait, we just got our super collab, so yes, we did want to take that. Okay. Thought we were still earlier in the run. So yeah, all that to say, I do like the MCU Spider-Man movies. Probably my favorite of the MCU series. Trying to think if there was one that I don't think I think the last one was Far From Home, right? So I think I'm up to date on those. I haven't really been all that interested in the MCU since Endgame, but if there's a new Spider-Man movie, I'll watch that, because honestly, as far as characters with their own movies go, Spider-Man's my favorite now. Particularly since, spoiler for Endgame, Mr. Stark isn't really around anymore. Shame. But I hear that Robert Downey Jr. was kind of tired of playing Iron Man, so... And I can't blame him. He did it for like over a decade, if I remember correctly, so... Fair. Honestly, fair. I think I heard the same about Hugh Jackman with Wolverine, but apparently he was Wolverine. I haven't seen this movie yet. In fact, I haven't even seen the second movie yet. But apparently, I just recently learned Hugh Jackman was Wolverine in Deadpool. What was the name of it? It wasn't Wolverine versus Deadpool, right? I don't remember the exact name of the movie, but Deadpool and Wolverine. That one, the newest Deadpool movie, as of this recording. Which I heard was very good. Which is good, because I think the number one concern I have with Deadpool is the bit wearing thin, you know? Because Deadpool as a character is pretty much known for his comedy, right? So, and comedy, you know, is a tricky deal in that, you know, you tell the same joke enough times and people are gonna stop laughing, you know? So you have to keep it fresh. That's one reason I kind of like doing improv comedy, is because it's pretty much always going to be different. You do kind of run the risk, if you have the same group doing it all the time, you do kind of run the risk of, you know, getting too used to each other's stylings, you know, comedic stylings, because, you know, even in improv, there are trends per se that each individual is going to have, you know, habits, comedic habits, but it's definitely harder than you. And here's the thing with improv too. You kind of have to expect that some of your jokes are gonna flop. Because you can be amazing in improv, but when you're thinking of stuff off the top of your head, it's not everything's gonna be funny. That's just the nature of not having a script in front of you. Sometimes you're just gonna, the stuff that comes out of you, even if you're the best in the world at it, is not gonna be the best joke, right? So yeah, it's an interesting beast, improv comedy. I'm glad that I do it, because I do think it makes me, I mean, first of all, it's just fun, right? But I also think it makes me just a better entertainer overall. So I'll just try and get rid of these. That'll get them all in one place. That's actually kind of nice. Except for the ones over there in the top left, apparently. Also, trip to our game with the lag and such. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to duck outside the mark here for a second. We're almost at 20 minutes. I'm gonna swap out Collector for Lifesteal, because we could probably use the healing in these here upcoming bosses. Whoa! Okay. Here we go. Kiwawa's north of us, but I can't really afford to chase her on this character. I do need to get out of there, though. Okay. Ame, could you not, like, sit exactly in the middle of my marks? Ow! I thought I was clear, actually. Okay, well, Ame kind of ruined that for us, but hopefully we can deal with her better next time. Because, as for this episode, that's a wrap. Not gonna blame the build that time.